Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Boomer Buddies podcast, where we tell it like it was and is. If it's your first time viewing, welcome. We're glad you're here. We cover nostalgic topics like music, TV shows, movies. We talk about health too. Us boomers are getting a little older now. Well, today we're going to talk about music, and I'm really happy to be joined by fellow Boomer buddy and lifelong friend, Kathy Gustafson St. Martin. Kathy, welcome back to the show. So glad you're here.
Thanks, Rick. I'm glad to be here.
As always, we are going to have a nice conversation. Today it's going to be music, and there's a particular song. I heard it and it reminded me of somebody that Kathy and I grew up with. You ever have a friend you looked up to, was charismatic, and everybody just loved them, but you lost them too soon? Well, this guy's name is Rick Casey, and boy, he went too soon. And the song we're covering today, Kathy, was his favorite song.
That's right. Rick Casey was a year older than us. He was quite popular in high school and in college. He was kind of a mentor to us at times. He was just a good guy that people really liked. I know, Rick, you played baseball with him in college and maybe in high school too. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah, and people just looked up to him. Yes, Tower of Power, You're Still a Young Man. He really enjoyed that song.
Yeah, so we're going to cover that today. And I might add that he was the kind of guy that he could be friends to people his age, younger. And he was also friends with the teachers. I remember at the high school, he was like an adult with them. Tower of Power was a band out of the Oakland, San Francisco Bay Area. And they just had some great funk, soul, R&B. They had great horns. And the song, You're Still a Young Man, Rick Casey would sing all the time. And I'm sure you viewers and listeners out there, if you know this song, you know what Kathy and I are talking about. And if you don't know what the song is, we're gonna go through it, and we're gonna make some comments and give some tidbits along the way about that song. So dedicated to Rick Casey, let's go ahead and listen to You're Still a Young Man by Tower of Power. Kathy, we're going to stop real quick. Viewers and listeners, I will back it up and keep it going. And we might interrupt a time or two to share some information. But I'm going to put a link below that you can click on and listen to the whole thing all the way through. Kathy, this song, maybe the reason our friend Rick liked it so much is he was kind of a lover, wasn't he? He just loved life, and he loved the ladies, and he always wanted to have a special girlfriend. And I think this kind of hit home with him. And this song is about what?
It's about actually one of the writers, Emilio Castillo and Stephen Coupa, were the people that wrote this music. Emilio evidently had a relationship with an older woman and kept telling him, "You're still a young man. I'm too old. Later on, you're not gonna appreciate me as much." But he said he really wanted to write this song. And then the other part of it was he had heard another song by another band. It was a love song, and it had the horns in the beginning at that very high pitch. Stella really liked that. So he decided that he wanted to have a song with those high pitched horns at the beginning. So you'll notice that there's a strong beginning with horns and a strong ending with horns. And throughout the song, if you listen, there's really good harmony.
Yeah, and if you ever have seen them play or seen videos of them, Emilio Castillo's the sax player, usually standing right by the singer. I mean, the horns are exceptional. The little tinkle of the piano, the bass really does a nice job on the bottom end of carrying it. It's just so tastefully done. So let's get back to it, Kathy, and just know the message of this song is this guy wants to be in love and have it returned by this older woman. So here we go, back to the music.
Of being too young, but I'm not so young. Can't you understand that I think like a man? Still a young man, baby. Ooh, don't waste your time. No, 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 baby.
It, Goose.
I'm not wasting my time. Don't waste your time. Back once again. Ooh, just begging you, please, darling. Think twice about me, 'cause I'm not so bad. I could make you happy. I'm not a madman. If you and I could be together, I'd get to you through any weather. I love you. Yes, I love you only. I'll never, never leave you lonely. No, I won't, sweet lady. Don't waste your time.
Okay, we'll stop it one more time. You heard the call out, then the response. He's pleading his case, and she's saying, no, you're too young. You're still a young man. And it's so beautifully done. I like it that the guys in the band, when they're not playing the horns or whatever instruments, they're singing and they're harmonizing. And it's so tight, so good. They are renowned for their horns. They should be renowned for a lot more, in my opinion. And they probably are, but I usually just hear about the horns. They are so tight. The guitar, the bass, like I talked about, and just the way the song is put together is so wonderful. And let's get back to it.
'Cause I'm not so bad. I could make you happy. I'm not a madman. If you and I could be together, I'd get to you through any weather. I love you. Yes, I love you only. I'll never, never leave you lonely. No, I won't, sweet lady. Don't waste your time. The damage is done. You see that you were wrong. You wake up wondering just how well I've done. Well, I've done all right. Yes, there are some girls, but you know I dropped them on side just for you. Because I love you.
Okay, Kathy, you hear what he did there? The guy kind of made a name for himself a little bit. He's got a lot of girls, but put them all aside for her if she came back.
Right.
And right now, she's going to have her response.
You're still a young man, baby. Ooh, don't waste your time. I'm not a young man, baby, and I don't feel that I'm wasting my time. Not when it's you, girl. You better believe. Waste your time. Someday you'll understand just what it means when a man come to you with his little heart in his hand just to love you. Waste your time. Just to get up next to you and hold you. Oh, baby. You say that I'm wasting my time. Well, it's my time, baby. It's you. You better listen to me. Saying I'm loving you. Yeah. Hey, now, baby, trying to tell you that it's you, talking to you, baby. I'll never do you no wrong, no, lady. If you would check my stuff out one time, just to hold you, just to squeeze you. And all I want to do is get next to you and please you, baby. You see where I'm coming from?
There you have it, Kathy. The horns at the beginning and the end, just like you talked about. He was pleading right down to the very end, wasn't he, Kathy?
Yeah, he sure was. Yep, but
And
she was strong. She said, nope, there's other young women out there for you.
The wisdom. I'll tell you what, I talked about the musicianship and the background singing. How about that lead singer? Rick Stevens, so powerful. The way he delivered on that, you could tell he felt it down deep. Died in 2017 at the age of 77 after serving 33 years in prison. He was sentenced for murder. Some say it was kind of a drug-fueled self-defense. I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, he was able to get out. He actually performed with Tower Power. He was pulled up on stage in a video that I saw, and he was still fantastic. So whatever the circumstances were, his voice is recorded in the field. Tower Power, 1972, You're Still a Young Man. And that was on the Bump City album if you want to go looking for it. Kathy, do you have any thoughts about this song after hearing it again?
Yeah, well, another tidbit is that this was Tower Power's first hit. We talked about the importance of the horns. Mm-hmm. Lots of other artists liked the sounds and used the horn section in music.
In fact, our good friend Terry Walsh, her husband James Walsh from James Walsh Gypsy Band, he used the Tower Power horn section. Pretty cool, huh?
Great.
Again, this is dedicated to our lifelong friend. We lost him too early, Rick Casey. Thanks to Rick, I really got into this song. I mean, I remember hearing it, but he put an emphasis on it and he made it his own song. Thank you, Rick. R.I.P. And let's do a little shout out to another friend from way back, a high school friend who's going through knee replacement surgery, Dick Beardsley. Dick is well known as a marathoner, a great marathoner, and he's a greater person. So, Kathy, let's send him our best wishes, shall we?
That's right. Dick's a great guy. And if you like fishing, go up to Bemidji. He'll show you where to go.
Bemidji, Minnesota. Wherever you're watching or listening to us, we really appreciate you. And we love talking about these old songs and giving a little bit of information. It's always fun. And again, if you want to hear the song all the way through without my interruptions and Kathy's wonderful tidbits, go ahead and check out the link below and you'll hear the whole video all the way through. So shout out to Tower of Power as well. They're still touring, Kathy. And if you want to see Emilio Castillo, and I think there's a couple other guys that are still original, still out there. I saw them at the Minnesota State Fair, probably a half dozen years, if not more. And they were fantastic. Great live act. And they put a little choreography into. Kathy, any final words?
Thanks again for having me, and it's fun to relate about our history with Rick, what a good guy he was. And yes, he enjoyed this song. I remember a number of times in college, we all went to college together. If he had a gathering at his place, this is one of the songs you would for sure hear.
He was a leader of all of us, meant a lot to us. So this dedication to Rick Casey, Tower of Powers, you're still a young man. It was fun. It was fun to visit with you again, Kathy. Until next time, for My Boomer Buddies podcast, I'm Rick Reed. We will see you
around the block.